Yeah, so last night's decision, MERAB beating Omar, like what was that? Clearly some corrupt judging. Clearly Omar won that fight. Clearly. Very clearly. No, I'm messing with you. Look, it was an incredible fight. I think everyone pretty clearly across the board thought Omar won rounds 1 and 2, right? I think everybody clearly thought MERAB won rounds 4 and 5. 3 was pretty close. I gave the nod to MERAB, and I'm a huge Omar, like Khabib. I love that whole crew, right? So, like, I was rooting for him. But at the end of the day, MERAB is a beast, dude. He is a beast. And the thing is, like, he really has, like, his weapons aren't much, right? He's got wrestling and pace. But that's enough. That's enough. Like, the dude was jumping around after 25 minutes, and Omar looked like he could barely walk. You know what I mean? So it's crazy that, because my thinking, like, I was picking Omar to win, and my thinking going into it was like, look, Omar's not going to get tired because, you know, he trains in the mountains of Dagestan with like that entire crew. Like, his cardio is going to be on point. He's going to be able to go the full 25 minutes, and he just has more weapons to use, like more paths to victory than MERAB, right? Like, MERAB's path to victory is basically to wrestle and grind him out. That was my mentality, right? And which turned out to be true. It's just, I did not know how much he could keep going, right? Like, I thought, okay, like, if he continuously gets takedown stuff and kind of getting pieced up on the feet, like, that's going to change things, right? But it didn't. He did not give a shit. He was getting, he in the first couple rounds, like, Omar clearly had the more impactful shots, right? You know, they were pretty equal on the significant strikes, but every time, like, Omar was landing, it was landing in the right places, right? And I would even say, like, in round 3, although MERAB had more volume and was winning like the takedowns and grappling exchanges, things like that, I still think Omar had the more impactful strikes, right? So it's like, I thought it was close. I gave the nod to MERAB either way, but I still thought, like, if you were just to look at only the striking, you could still give the edge to Omar in that round, right? So it was crazy. Like, that was absolutely crazy. And then 4 and 5, like, Omar looked like he was barely hanging on, right? Just all of the techniques were out the window. Just, he was in survival mode. And, like, fortunately for him, MERAB does not have submissions or KO power or any of that stuff, right? And he just kept going. And after, he's just, like, bouncing around. He's like, yeah, I'm still good. I'm still good. I'm still good. So crazy. I thought for sure that Omar was going to get the victory there, but so I'm a bit disappointed, right? I love that crew. I'm always wanting the best for them, but at the end of the day, like, MERAB deserved it, right? Absolutely stellar title defense. And I think the reality is, like, those two guys are clearly heads and shoulders above everybody else in the division. So right now, some people are calling for an immediate rematch. I don't think so. You know, I think MERAB can go on and defend against other people, like, you know, maybe call up Jan or something like that, or maybe do that rematch with O'Malley, which, like, that's gonna be a disaster, right? All of those things. Oh, you know, the one thing I will give O'Malley, though, is, like, after all of that, he looked tired, but he didn't look as tired as Omar did, right? And I think it's because he's gone, like, the full 25 minutes on more than one occasion. So it's interesting. Very, very, very interesting approach. Nevertheless, he does not beat MERAB. Like, you know, 8 out of 10 times MERAB's taking that fight again, like, winning that fight against O'Malley. Against Omar, I'd say I'd put it 6-10 or 6-4. Like, if they fought 10 times, I think Omar wins 6 and I think MERAB wins 4. Really and truly, I do, right? Because at the end of the day, like, right now, Omar lost, right? But he knows, he gets it, right? Like, I think he was really underestimating MERAB's pace and how much of a difference that was going to make, in the sense that, like, yeah, he made a comment that I'm going to make him tired and finish him. It's like, who the fuck are you kidding, right? And so I think he was clearly underestimating the amount of energy he would have to expend defending those takedowns and, like, doing those grappling exchanges in and of itself. But by the way, like, every single grappling exchange, it's not like MERAB did any damage, right? He just exhausted him. Like, he did no damage. He never had him in any danger. He never had him trapped, right? It was just, he threw him to the ground, picked him back up, threw him to the ground, picked it, you know, he got back up, threw him to the ground again. And like, how many times do you do that, right? Like, you do the up down, what do you call it? Like lunge squats, right? Just getting up off the ground and then going back down. Like, do that 50 times, right? Because that's what happened, right? You're going to be exhausted. You know what I mean? Without somebody trying to keep you there. You know what I mean? So like, super incredible performance by MERAB, taking nothing away with him. He's a good dude, right? Like, MERAB is a good dude. It's just, I love that. I love the story behind the Nurmagomedovs and Abdulmanap, and like how he basically took those guys from training in a forest and they were all fucking poor to just like one of the most impactful families in the sport's history. And you still had Islam Makhachev get a very decisive win over Renato Moicano, which was supposed to happen, right? But I was a bit worried there, right? Because every single underdog last night won, right? With like a couple exceptions, like especially all the ones who had like major underdogs, they all won, right? Like Peyton Talbot got fraud checked. There's that Japanese guy, he was like a minus 600 or something like that. All of them got completely annihilated. And Omar wasn't as big of a favorite, but he was like 2-1, I believe. He was a 2-1 favorite to win. So it was interesting. Very, very interesting. So I guess I wonder, like, what do they do now? Sorry, my hand is shaking. I'm just doing this on my phone, not in the studio, because I'm busy today. I'm busy, okay? I'm busy. And if you wouldn't mind, subscribe. Helps with the algorithm. Helps grow the channel. But like, okay, so here's probably what's going to happen, right? Omar's probably going to take like he's going to at least take 4 or 5 months off. And in that time, I guarantee you. So when Islam lost his first fight, he got knocked out, right? And now he has the best striking defense in the UFC, I believe, right? If not, he's like top 3. I'm pretty sure he's got the best striking defense in the UFC, meaning like he's the hardest to hit in the UFC. So like that basically became his entire game. Like obviously grappling and striking and all these things, but like his secret weapon right now is he's the hardest to hit in the UFC. So now, Omar lost this fight because of his cardio, right? His cardio lost him the fight, let's be honest, right? And I mean, you know, MERAB's cardio won him a fight. So I guarantee you right now, for between now and like the next time he fights, his gas tank is going to go through the roof. I don't know what they're going to do, but like he's going to be running marathons in the mountains of Dagestan, dude. He's going to be doing like round after round after round. He's going to be doing like just all these things. And the next time you see him in a 25 minute, he's not even going to look winded, right? The next time that him and MERAB fight, like pace is not going to be an issue. His cardio is going to be probably going to rival MERAB's after this showing, right? And you can guarantee, like Khabib, he's gonna be like, what the hell's going on, Omar? Like, why is your cardio so bad, right? And it's like, so he's gonna whip him into shape. They're going to focus solely on cardio for everything, right? Because his grappling's good, his striking's phenomenal, right? And his wrestling's great. His grappling's great. Like, there was no point, like I said, there's no point in that fight where MERAB was getting the better of him on the grappling. Yeah, he got him down a couple times, but he popped right back up. Like, no damage was done, right? So, yeah, that's what it was, right? So that's what's going to happen. I guarantee you they will meet again. I think what's going to happen right now is Petr Yan's probably here. What I would like to see, this is my dream scenario, right? MERAB, he sits out for a little bit, give him time to rest. That's what he wanted, right? Give him time to rest. And then I would like to see Omar fight Yan, and I'd like to see O'Malley fight Sandhagen. That's what I want. I want to see those 2 matchups, and then pick one after that to fight for the title, right? I think Omar pretty handedly beats Yan, and I think it'd be a close fight, but I think O'Malley has the tools to beat Sandhagen. And that's a fight I've always wanted to see. So those would be my matchups. Give MERAB some time to rest and recover, because that's what he wants, right? And make those fights. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.